Hi, it's me, Renjit. If you enjoyed this episode, I request you to leave us a review. This will help us to reach more great podcast listeners like you. Thank you.
Hello, welcome to the fourth episode of FS Brew, where we talk about interesting events, news, and products from the world of insurance and financial services.
As usual, we've picked up a few of the market news and developments from this region and beyond. I'm Renjit Philip. I advise startups on their digital business models, go-to-market strategies, funding, and financials. I work with an Insurtech called Simbo, where we help insurers, brokers, and agents in going digital.
I'm Vidya. I'm the founder of Forward, a startup that works with insurance companies to help accelerate their digital transformation and digital marketing initiatives. Here we go. A news piece that appeared recently in the National was Beema's journey so far, which I must say is extremely impressive, unexpected, and in many ways beats the anecdotal market rumors about, Beema's proposition efficacy. Now, according to their CEO, they have 20,000 motorists, which is amazing,
Right.
and approximately like 1% market share in year one itself, which is like super impressive.
Yeah.
Of course, they seem to have, spent a lot of money on their marketing activities, and one can really see that in their ATL campaigns and digital spend. And perhaps their current return on ad spend may not be that great, but if you're playing the acquisition game and you're in this market for long term, I'm pretty sure they can yield results from a customer lifestyle, lifetime value point of view.
Yeah.
So it's impressive numbers actually.
Absolutely. And if the reports have to be believed, they are planning to get into other lines of businesses as well. Their CEO, Nicola Garelli, said that they're working towards product diversification. So travel, home, and even a health insurance proposition are probably down the pipeline in terms of product roadmap. It'll be very interesting to see if they've got a smart home linked product, which probably is driven off some IoT device, which senses your smoke or water leak and stuff like that. These have been seen in other markets as well, so it's not new. Or things like a health proposition, like the ones that have been done by Vitality, based on the activity you can offer discounts on health and et cetera, et cetera. So that seems to be very exciting. And the other thing to notice is that this could be our sort of very first homegrown UAE startup, which is expanding into KSA and perhaps into Asia Pac markets. So that's a very exciting piece of news, Vidya. And good to know that they're backed by strong partners such as AXA in this case, and in future it'll probably transition to GIG, the new owners. I wonder what happens there.
Oman Insurance have launched an app for its customer, starting with for its health insurance customers only.
Yeah.
So this is a new sort of a launch that they've come up with. In the app, there are options to log in, register as a customer, buy and renew products. Now, since I'm not an OIC customer as yet, I wanted to check out their purchase journey by their DHA product, which unfortunately took me back to the website, which is not really idealized, as you know. So it looks like they're still working on the app. But I was just wondering, do we still need an app in this day and age? Is that even effective?
That's a good question. In this age of super apps where one app is trying to do a lot of things, do you need another app? And we know anecdotally the cost to installs are pretty high. And especially if you have a slightly broken journey where the app is not really completing the buy journey, then you might question why at all.
I'm guessing they have not completed the journeys because not many people would buy a product in the app, no? So they might be looking at an outside space to buy the product, and then it's more for transaction, especially for health. There's a lot of transaction opportunities. Perhaps I'm just giving them a benefit of doubt.
No, that's a good point. I think if you focus just on the health piece itself, you can really engage your customers with, snippets of news or helpful information to keep their health. Maybe, if in future connect with sleep trackers and stuff like that. So I do see a health-focused app there's a need for that. But the whole point of extending to other products doesn't make sense at the moment. Who knows? Probably it's something to watch out for, and maybe there's a future release coming.
Yeah, no, definitely. So maybe we should keep a track on, how they update the features of the app and keep it quite current for their customers. So yes, we will be tracking this app for sure.
Absolutely. Right. Perfect. So one of the insurtechs we keep on watching closely is Hala Insurance. They've been so far focused on motor insurance, but it looks like they're up to something else. Vidya?
Absolutely. It looks like it. So they have a sign-up page called What's Hala Up To? It's an interesting sign-up because it doesn't divulge much about what is it that they are going to launch. It just says protect your peace of mind when it comes to everything you love. It's funny when they said peace of mind versus peace of mind. So it's like more peace versus, the Zen peace. But but when you look at their Instagram stories, it kind of gives you a clue of what they may be up to. They've taken up votes from really young, younger generation like Gen Zs and millennials, asking them what's important to you. So things like my laptop and phone, or is it, I'm looking at their Instagram story, bicycle or golf clubs, sofa bed or stove micro oven, microwave, jewelry or watches, car or home. And by the way, home has the maximum percentage, ironically. Couch and bed, plants, TV, books, iPad. So essentially, they're looking at really innovating things people want to protect. So it feels like a very interesting proposition they're going to come out with.
Yeah, I mean, and it's notable because, they're diversifying away from motor into other products. Does that mean that will they end up like another aggregator, but a cooler version of it, just appealing to millennials or Gen Zs? Let's not forget that they came out with an so-called innovative proposition, I'd say, in terms of giving customers rewards back. Rewards have existed in the market in some form or the other, but these rewards appear to be a little more catchy and in tune with the younger generation. So the question is, can that be an extensible proposition for other products as well? And it's a great way of getting feedback. It seems like they're veering towards home and contents insurance as their first offering. So they are definitely diversifying.
Yep. And we want to tell our listeners, you heard it first on FS Brew.
Absolutely.
So AXA have launched a new motor campaign now, after their last campaign, which was all about giving safe driver up to 50% discount. Now they're giving away a flat 20% off for what it feels like a comprehensive motor product. And I'm assuming that because I took a quote and I got a third-party quote, and they just gave me a safe driver discount versus this flat 20% off. So I'm assuming it's for a comprehensive motor customer. And they have updated the journey. It looks fabulous. It's pretty seamless. I like the fact that they constantly, find ways to upgrade the journey. So it's kudos to them. But this whole, discount campaign made me think about how much of a stress there is on, discounting our motor insurance product. There's too much of price-based communications across every insurer or broker that we can see. It's highly commoditized now. There's really no differentiation beyond a point of, here's the discount, there's a discount, that sort of thing. So I feel that, we're moving towards a market or a breakdown in many ways, which mature markets have experienced when they play only on discounts and price as the differentiation.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, you're right. If you look at the case of UK, where now there's completely commoditized product, and people have forgotten that there are other parts of a product proposition than just the price. And we were just talking about how the price is hovering around the 1% mark, which seems to be very unsustainable from what we have seen in the past. And it's quite possible that a number of these motor insurers will face pressure. And there's a real lack of innovation. You've not really seen usage-based insurance or pay-as-you-go insurance really taking off. Although we have seen some examples of a buy now, pay later, which is really a payment innovation, not really a product innovation. What do you say, Vidya?
Yeah, this is from the insurance market, guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, it's harping around the fact that we'll ease the whole price or the payment factor for you. So it's somewhere around the whole idea of price only. And even in my conversations, and I'm sure it must be the same for you as well, Ranjit, but in my conversation with potential customers and clients, they are consistently stressed about how do we get the best sort of discounts out as the comms for our customers, because there is an overall belief that customers only want a highly discounted price, and that may be the case, but then how sustainable is this whole pressure on and the entire ecosystem, not just the insurers, but the general ecosystem itself?
Yeah, and if you look at an allied market, Saudi Arabia, they have had a fourth consecutive year of motor premium drop, which is they've fallen about 3% from 2019 to 2020. Their market size is about $2 billion. But this is happening as we see it around the region. So something needs to be done to stem this tide of falling premiums.
Yeah. Who needs to do this, and how do we sort of salvage this market is a big question, but certainly this pressure needs to be eased.
I'm counting on the smart new Insurtech players to come out with some innovative propositions that don't rely on price so much. All right, so this is another one, Sukal Mal, which is a very well-known aggregator and one of the early ones in the market to give us an insurance financial services competitor, has launched a very interesting program to raise financial education. And this is obviously an important topic. And as per the report in Gulf News, they're saying the pandemic really exposed the lack of savings in many of the households. And this was a program that was requested by many employers for their employees. Vidya, what do you think?
No, it's very interesting. So clearly, at the back of COVID, they're saying, and it's kind of very much believable, and it feels like a sentiment we can all resonate with, because we didn't realize this can be the situation can be so bad, and you really need some financial strength to rely back on. And if there is that lack of awareness, it's kudos to Sukal Mal to come up with such a cool program. It feels like it's directed towards the employers. So as an employer, I need to subscribe to this program and get my X amount of employees, maybe the full force or half of it, subscribe to this program. And then I think Ambreen mentioned in her in the press release that they have a whole bunch of tools and modules that help these employees to build that financial awareness of saving, how do I manage their mortgage, and so on and so forth. So yeah,
absolutely. And I think probably it's a good way to diversify from just income from their regular sources, from generating leads, and the content seems to have decent amount of budgeting and mortgage calculators, as you mentioned, and probably video and PowerPoint content as well. So let's see how this goes. It's obviously a needed program. Great way of adding financial literacy to all that we are seeing in terms of health and well-being. So it's an initiative to watch out for and support.
We hope you enjoyed our 4th episode. We certainly enjoyed putting it forward for you. Please send us your feedback, or you have any newsworthy info from your organization to share.
Signing off. See you soon.
See you soon.